Yo guys, what's going on? Got some more Great Legend action. I'm absolutely loving this format. There are just so many cool decks and every color is just able to do their own thing. I legitimately believe every color is competitive, while green may be a little bit too competitive. But anyways guys, I am playing a really fun Gaogamon deck. MirageGaogamon plus Thomas and MirageGaogamon. That kind of theme deck. Blue is of course the color I'm playing, and there's a lot of other shenanigans as well. I'm playing the new level 6 Reclusimon, I don't know how you say his name, the mermaid guy, and you know, just trashing a lot of your Digimons, your opponent's Digimon sources, and gaining advantage off of that. That's the guy I was talking about. Anyways, I'm playing against D-Brigade at the top. This is a very cool black deck. First of all, it's one of the primarily like offensive focused black deck. You're not playing a lot of the blockers that we've seen, you know, in the past, and it's interesting because it is kind of like, I don't want to say it's a rookie rush deck, but you are rushing with the Commandramons, because one of the new Commandramons has the effect where, you know, whenever it's deleted, you get to reveal the top 3 and play another Commandramon from among those. So you're really just trying to rush and, you know, build up to your Darkdramon plays as quickly as possible. Darkdramon's a very scary card. He's a rush Digimon, so he gets to attack the same turn he is played, and, you know, if you do have enough D-Brigades in your trash, you get to gain memory off of his effect. So anyways, I'm going to set up with the Mirage, I've got the Mirage in hand. I've got the MirageGaogamon on the field. I'm debating which Mega I should go for. I do have double Vulcan's Hammer, so luckily I am able to get up to 3, you know, up to my 3 memory, and then I'm just going to Digivolve the MirageGaogamon. If you guys know how to pronounce this guy's name, MirageGaogamon, whatever. I'm going to Digivolve into the Mermaid Man, and you know, I'm actually going to be able to attack his security, and then I'm going to be able to trash the bottom, or trash one of my opponent's, you know, Digivolution sources, gain a memory, and draw a card. So an amazing effect, you know, basically, you know, get a +1 draw as well as the memory management there. So it's just super good. Unfortunately, I don't have a rookie in my hand, so I can't build up the Gaogamon there, you know, get his Digiburst effect. Playing lots of Digiburst cards in this deck as well, but I'm just going to probably try to, you know, with the Reclusimon on the field, and then I've got the MirageGaogamon in hand, I'm probably going to try to Digivolve. I would say, you know, the Garurumon plus MirageGaogamon combo is a little bit nasty, because well, first of all, MirageGaogamon can't actually be blocked, which is a very unique effect. It's a very powerful effect, especially because he's 12,000. Pair that with Security Attack +1, it can be pretty devastating to your opponent. But anyways, my opponent is going to play, I believe that's the Golemon, where I think it gives like +1,000 during all turns to your opponent's Digimon, so that's pretty strong. And then he does have the Garurumon on there as well. That's the black Garurumon. He's actually going to attack and pick up my security. Unfortunately for him, I do reveal Davis, so now I'm guaranteed the 3 memory every turn, plus I'm going to get a free card to my hand. There's the rookie. I'm going to add the Gabumon straight to my hand off of the Davis. Davis is just such a good card. So now if I do draw into another rookie, I have the potential to go like Gabumon and then draw a card and then go to another rookie on the Upamon, but more than likely I'm just going to Digivolve with the Gabumon there. Then we are going to see a Garurumon hard played for 5. So my opponent does have 4 Digimon on field, but one of them is rested, so I'll be able to get rid of that more than likely. I did draw into another Vulcan's Hammer, so that's pretty sweet. Going to be able to, you know, use 6 memory this turn. I'm going to go ahead and Digivolve that Garurumon. Now, I did actually draw into a Gaomon there, so that's pretty sweet. Not only is he a Digiburst Digimon, but I didn't have to use the Gabumon there. So I'm actually just going to go ahead and attack. Now that I should have played that differently. First of all, I should have attacked Reclusimon first so I could get up to that 3 memory. I also have Vulcan's Hammer, so I should have kept the Garurumon active and just killed his Garurumon with the Reclusimon, and then, you know, Digivolve the MirageGaogamon on top of the Garurumon, and then hit him for a Security Attack +1 attack. I think that would have been a little bit better, and then plus I could have also played the Thomas and then set up that as well. So I'm going to Digivolve the Tobyumon. That is the 1 cost to Digivolve and 3 to play option for blue. I do actually, you know, I'm going to Digivolve the MirageGaogamon now. Like I said, I should have played that differently. I don't know why I did not use a Vulcan's Hammer that turn. However, MirageGaogamon does actually gain you +1 memory for every 4 cards in your opponent's hand. But he does have the Izzy, so it doesn't actually matter, like, because it's still going to be his turn. So yeah, I played that badly. I should have done that differently, and I could have, attacked with the MirageGaogamon and then, taken out more security cards and stuff. But anyways, he's going to go ahead, start his turn, Digivolve the Toy Agumon. I'm kind of curious what Digimon he's playing that he wants, like, reboot on, because you typically wouldn't want to, like, Digivolve Darkdramon, because, like, you typically want to play him, right, because you're playing, like, a lot of the Commandramons, the D-Brigade cards, and you want to take advantage of his rush ability. He's not too good to Digivolve. And then we are going to see a Commandramon played for 4. I don't know. I mean, he essentially played it for 6, right, because I do have the Davis, so that wasn't, like, the best play, but just getting more Digimon on field is pretty okay. So I'm going to go ahead, start my turn with the 3 memory. I'm going to attack with the Reclusimon, and then detach one of the, or discard one of the, Digivolution sources from the Tankdramon, gain a memory, draw a card, so I'm going to have 4. Now, I am going to attack with the MirageGaogamon. He doesn't have any blockers. However, unfortunately for me, he does go ahead and activate the, I think that's Dark Roar, where you get to destroy something with a play cost of 3 or lower, but if you have a D-Brigade, you get to increase, the cost range of that card's effect. So if you have, like, 3, you can, 3 D-Brigades, you can potentially destroy something with a 6 play. But anyways, he's going to destroy my Tobyumon. So yeah, I could have probably gamed him earlier. That was a bad move on my part, and now I'm just going to go ahead and finally activate that Vulcan's Hammer. Should have done that earlier, and then just go ahead and play that Gabumon and get the +1 draw. I did draw into a Grizzlymon, so that's pretty sweet. I'm going to Digivolve into 1 Grizzlymon, and because he does have 5 Digimon in play, I think just to be safe, I could play Thomas, but with 3 powerful Digimon on my side of the field, and, I don't see any blockers, he's not going to go, like, triple blocker next turn, so I think just to be safe, I'm going to go Grizzlymon. Now I have 4, I have potential 2 blocks, and my opponent's just not going to be able to do anything, he's going to go ahead and scoop, so I did manage to take game 1, though not in the most ideal manner, so I'm going to, my opponent's going to go first, he's going to Digivolve that Commandramon. Luckily he doesn't have to hard play that guy, he's a 4 cost. And then he is just going to Digivolve into the Tyrannomon. That is the starter deck Tyrannomon, who's also a blocker, a 1-cost blocker for black, which is pretty sweet. So I'm going to finally draw into my rookie there, which is awesome. I was a little bit worried. So got the Upamon Gabumon combo, got the Vulcan's Hammer too. So I'll probably be able to go into Ultimate if I play the Vulcan's Hammer and then go maybe Lobomon. Because I don't think I want to build up with the Grizzlymon, so I'll probably just go Lobomon, Weregarurumon, or Lobomon Piranhamon. I do want to, like, save him, because Lobomon's, like, a surprise card, right? He's a finisher. You really want to, go Digivolve Lobo on top of a Tamer and go for game, like, when you can. But I don't have any Tamer, so I'm like, you know what, screw it. I do play more of him, so might draw into those later. So I'm just going to go Weregarurumon. Finally, drew into the Tamer there. Still no level 6, so that's a little bit unfortunate. But hopefully, with the draws from next turn, I'll be able to do that. So then my opponent's going to go, he's going to Digivolve that Tankdramon. Tankdramon's an interesting card because whenever one of your D-Brigades is destroyed, you get to reveal the top 2, I believe, and then just play another Commandramon. So it just helps you float into more D-Brigades, into more Commandramons. He's going to go ahead and play the Sealsdramon, hard play the Sealsdramon, which is a little bit unfortunate, but I don't think I'm doing too much better. So I think at this point, well, I do have 5 memories, so I could go like Thomas, draw 1, or I could go Gomon and then Grizzlymon and like draw 1. So I think, yeah, I'm going to do that. So I'm going to hard play the Gomon and then Digivolve into the Grizzlymon, draw a card. I did draw into the Tobyumon there, so that's pretty cool, but I'm just going to go ahead and play the Thomas, draw a card, and I do get the Gaomon, so that's sweet. I'll be able to set up for next turn. I'll be able to most likely go Gaomon, Tobyumon for 1, and then MirageGaogamon for 3. And MirageGaogamon does have a Digiburst effect. He's pretty sweet. You get to return one of your opponent's level 4 or lower Digimon to your opponent's hand. So I'm probably going to try to use that on the Sealsdramon there. So I think I'm in a decent position. A level 6 would make it like perfect. I think I'd be able to, try to go for some aggressive plays. But he's just going to Digivolve that Commandramon there. And then we are going to see another Tankdramon Digivolve on the Sealsdramon for a 3 cost. Now he's got double Tankdramon, so if he does, play a Commandramon and then run into security or something, okay, so he is going to play Commandramon. If that guy does die, he will be able to resolve both the Tankdramon's effects, so that will be pretty sweet. I'm going to go ahead and flip over the Bukamon. Bukamon is really cool because he basically has like that Gabumon effect, right? The, discard one of your opponent's sources from one of their level 4 or lower Digimon. I'm just checking how many cards my opponent does have in his hand. He's got 5. So, I mean, which is like, I don't want my opponent to have more cards in hand, but I will be able to resolve, that effect for the MirageGaogamon, where if your opponent does have 4 or more cards, like for every 4 cards, basically, you get to gain 1 memory. So I'm just going to go ahead and Digivolve him for effectively 3. And now I've got the MirageGaogamon set up. I've got a Thomas as well, and I've got Grizzlymon if he tries to, attack my security or anything like that. And then I've got the Gaomon play for next turn. He is going to go ahead and attack with the Commandramon. I was debating whether or not to block. Tankdramon is 7,000 though, so I think I was like, you know what, let's just let him take his chances in security. Now, he did run into the Gabumon there, which is pretty weak, only 1,000, so he's going to actually survive. And then run into it with the other Commandramon, and at this point I was like, maybe I should block, because if he does attack with the Tankdramon, I could just kill him with the MirageGaogamon next turn. But I'm just going to go ahead and let it go through. And then he is going to die off of the Grizzlymon there. So we're going to see a couple of cards revealed. No Commandramons, unfortunately, for my opponent. And then he's going to resolve the other one. And then still no more Commandramons. We did see an Izzy and an Edamon there, but not going to be able to play any of those. So my opponent did do his best to, get that effect. But sometimes the luck's not on your side. So we're going to see... And Izzy played for 4. Yep, so we're I don't know why it's floating. That threw me off. I was like, wait, what's going on? So we're going to see an Izzy played for 3. And then I believe Izzy has the effect where whenever he's played, you can reveal the top 3. Yeah, reveal the top 3. And then if all of those cards are black, you get to put them in any order and then gain 1 memory. So basically, a 3 cost for a memory tamer is pretty sweet. And not only that, you do get to stack your deck, so that's nice. So we're going to see, I think, like a Darkdramon and some other stuff. Played there. And then I'm just going to go ahead, start my turn, bring out my Gaomon. Unfortunately, no memory tamer for me, so I am going to start with, just 2 memory. But I think I can just start attacking here with MirageGaogamon because, well, first of all, he will get security attack +1 because my opponent does have I think the Tankdramon doesn't have material, or no, it does, but I can remove it with the Gabumon effect, and then I'll also be able to draw 1 from the Upamon. So I'm just going to go ahead and trash the 1 from the, from the Commandramon, and then I'm going to, because at the time of attacking, he doesn't have, or like he has a Digimon without Digivolution materials, I'm going to be able to use that Weregurumon's attack, get the security attack +1, and check 2 cards. And even if my opponent did have a blocker, he can actually block me. So taking out 2 of my opponent's security cards there is pretty sweet. Unfortunately, now this is the thing, I need something to force my opponent's hand. So if I had the Aqua Viper here, I could definitely use that, return, some cards, and then my opponent might have 8, and then, I could use Thomas again. Thomas is a little bit I feel like 8 isn't too hard to get in this game, because I have 7 in my hand right now, but it's just a little bit too situational. I feel like to be extra really competitive, but it's still pretty solid. So anyways, I'm just going to go ahead, Digivolve the Tobiumon, and then Digivolve the MirageGaogamon. So if we see any more Digimon, I'll be able to return them to my opponent's hand with the MirageGaogamon effect. And then I do have the blocker as well, so if he tries to rush with Commandramon again or something, I do have that as well. And then got the Vulcan's Hammer, do have MirageGaogamon on the field, and then I've got another one in hand, so even if he somehow gets rid of my current one, I can maybe do something. But he does also have Darkdramon, and I'm pretty sure at this point, my opponent does have enough D-Brigades in his trash to resolve Darkdramon. So then my opponent's just going to go ahead attack with the Commandramon. I think he really just wants to proc the Tankdramon's effects. Now, I am going to block that, but because he stacked his deck with the Izzy, and then he knows what's going to be there, he is actually just going to go ahead, reveal the Commandramon there, and being able to play it for free. And he does have the Tankdramon, so he might attack. Yes, he was just going to attack that. However, I did have the Gomamon underneath it, so I am going to gain 1 memory. Which is a pretty decent effect. I do like that Gomon. So next turn I will most likely be able to get rid of Tankdramon 7,000. So that kind of sucks for MirageGaogamon. He's also 7,000, but I will be able to kill it with the MirageGaogamon if everything goes my way. And then we are going to see an Ogremon, no, not Ogremon, Golemon. Hard played 4/5, I believe, or 4. So we're going to see the hard play. Goemon does have the effect where I think he gives 1,000 to all of your opponent's Digimon, like for both turns. I'm just going to go ahead and reveal that Upamon, play the Vulcan's Hammer. So starting my turn with 3, I'm going to go ahead and use the Mock Agumon. I'm not sure if my opponent like forgot that effect where I could just return a level 4 or lower. So Goemon is a level 4, so I'm just going to go ahead and return that, which is pretty sweet, and then get the Gaomon back because it does have that Digiburst effect. And now I'm set up with, the Gaomon for, the Upamon there. And now I've got double MirageGaogamon on field. Unfortunately, they don't have security attack +1 from the WereGarurumon, but they'll do. They're still unblockable 12,000 monsters. So I'm going to go ahead and kill his Tankdramon. He's going to reveal some cards and nothing is going to happen. And then I think at this point, I'm just going to go ahead and attack his security. Now, I do actually draw one from the Upamon there because he does have Digimon without materials. And I think I could trash some stuff too. Yeah, so I'm going to trash something from the, from the Gabumon's effect, trash something from his Tankdramon, and then going to run into a Metal Edamon there, which is fine since the MirageGaogamon is 12,000. I do have the Thomas, but at this point, my opponent did have, I think, like 5 or 6 cards, so not enough. You do need 8 to resolve Thomas's effect, which is a little bit unfortunate, but I'm just going to go ahead and Digivolve that Gabumon. And then drew into a Davis, which is super sweet. So now if I wanted to, I could get set up with the memory every single turn. Also have a Vulcan's Hammer I could use depending on what I want to do here. So I'm going to go ahead, play the Vulcan's Hammer, put myself at 1 memory, and then just play the Davis, putting my opponent at 3, not giving him any room with the Izzy effect, and then just going to go reveal 3. I can add any one of those level, or add any one of those blue Digimon to my hand. I'm going to go ahead, add the Reclusimon, since I do have enough champions and ultimates in my hands, to Digivolve into him. So then my opponent is going to go ahead, bring out a Commandramon. He does have 4 Digimon on field, and unfortunately I wasn't really able to do anything. I didn't have any blockers in hand. There was no other way for me to like get rid of this deck doesn't have too much removal, unfortunately. You can bounce things back to the hand, but I didn't have anything else. So he is just going to attack and then crash into that Gaogamon in security, and then Commandramon's going to reveal some cards, and he's probably just going to be able to attack with the remaining 3 Digimon. And then also, not only that, but the Tankdramon also does get the same effect where, you can reveal the top 2. And, yep, so reveal the top 2 and then play any Commandramons there. So he's got a ton of Digimon, and he's just going to run into my security, and I believe that is going to be game 2. Yeah, so that's going to be game 2. And so moving on to game 3, so last game, and I'm going to go first and flip over the Bukamon, so the Bukamon and the Gabumon combo, so going to be able to remove a bunch of materials from my opponent's Digimon, and I'm going to open up with that Vulcan's Hammer as well, and then probably just Digivolve into the Lobomon. Unfortunately, I keep drawing Lobomon without any tamers. Okay, in this case, I guess I just hard play the Gaomon because I've got another one in my hand since, in case I do want to Digivolve that in a couple turns. And I don't have any level 6s, so I do have the WereGarurumon, do have the Lobomon, but maybe it wouldn't be advantageous to Digivolve into those. Hopefully I'll draw a tamer, though. But anyways, we're going to see a Garurumon Digivolve in the raising area there. And then as well as an Edamon. So he is playing like the Edamon Metal Edamon package. Edamon 1 Destroy, you get to, I think, reveal top 5 and then play any Edamons from like that reveal pile. So you can actually just play Metal Edamon for free, which is pretty cool. He's basically like a vanilla. I think he gains like 1,000 or something when he's like trying to be blocked, or I don't remember his effect. He's not like that good, but he's just a free card you can mill into. So I finally did draw into the MirageGaogamon there, which is awesome. I'm gonna go ahead Digivolve into the WereGarurumon there. So now I've got the awesome, this is the ideal setup, right? You've got a couple of cards that can just remove Digivolution materials from your opponent's Digimon. So even though he does have the Edamon there, who actually I think is Reboot, by the way. I'm not sure if I would have attacked there because Edamon is kind of weak. I think he's 6,000. 6 or 7, but he does attack, and he will probably be able to restand next turn and avoid my attacks. But I do have the WereGarurumon, and then I'm most likely just going to go MirageGaogamon if given enough memory. So we're going to see a Toy Agumon hard played there. I also do have the Mock Agumon in case he Digivolves into something I don't like. I can just return it to his hand, and not have to deal with it. And then we're going to see the Dark Tyrannomon. So unfortunately, not going to give me enough memory. He's got double blockers on the field. And, she's just walling up because, my blue deck is very, very offensive and very scary. I do have the Vulcan's Hammer there. So fortunately, I will be able to go to 2 memory. And I'm debating whether or not, what I should do here. He does have 5 or 6 cards in hand. He has enough, so I will be able to gain 1. So effectively, Digivolving MirageGaogamon for 3 is pretty good, leaving my opponent with 1 memory. So going to Digivolve that, draw a card, and then gain 1 memory. So then it's going to go over to my opponent. Now he's got double blocker on the field. I don't even care. I've got a security attack +1 Digimon that cannot be blocked. So the thing about D-Brigade as well is that he doesn't have too many hard forms of removal. They've got Dark Roar, and then I want to say if he was playing Infinity Cannon or something, but Black inherently just doesn't have too many removal cards. I don't think he's playing Omnimon Ultra S or anything like that or anything. So we see the Dark Roar there. He's going to reveal some cards from the Edamon's effect. Unfortunately for him, no Metal Edamon there. So he's not going to be able to get that for free. But he does still have the Tyrannomon on field. And then we are going to see a Dark Roar. Unfortunately, Tobyumon is a really good card, but his play cost is very low. So in this situation, it wasn't the best. I did actually, just lose him from that. But I'm going to bring out the Gomon, and I could Digivolve I think what I'll do is Digivolve the Grizzlymon here, and then unless I think I'll just leave it on the field unless something comes up where I don't really, I don't want his Tyrannomon on the field. But it's not posing a threat to me because I could return it with the MirageGaogamon, but first of all, I don't want to waste my blocker there, and then MirageGaogamon can't be blocked anyways, so I'm going to be able to, discard a card, attack him for 2. Unfortunately, do run into the Garurumon there and security, so it is a security Digimon. He'll be able to bring it out and play it for free, so I'm going to be facing down 3 Digimon next turn. But I do have 3 Digimon of my own. Gonna play the Gabumon, gonna be able to get a draw. So now, unless something happens, I'll be able to go for a game with the MirageGaogamon. We'll take out 2 cards, and then the other 2 Digimon will take out the last card and attack him directly. So hopefully I'll be able to get this. He does have 3 Digimon on his field. Going to Digivolve the Tankdramon, and probably just gonna start attacking with the Commandramon. I think he's trying to rush me before I can rush him. But I do have the Grizzlymon. I do have a blocker. And again, he has a blocker, but it doesn't do anything against MirageGaogamon, which is crazy. But yeah, so then we are also going to see a Sealsdramon, maybe? Okay, he took that back, maybe realizing it's not the best move. Okay, I guess, yeah, we're gonna see it anyways. Digivolving that for 2. And going to leave me with 2 memories. So I'm going to draw, flip over the Bukamon, Digivolve into the Gabumon there, draw a card. Drew into Thomas. I don't think he has enough cards in hand for me to be able to, play the Thomas and use the MirageGaogamon multiple times. But that is the ideal combo, just being able to unrest him multiple times if you've got, a Thomas or 2 on field. I'm just going to go ahead and attack with the MirageGaogamon, being able to trash 2 of his materials. So yeah, just those guys are going to go away. And then I am going to get security attack +1 from the WereGarurumon. And of course, MirageGaogamon is unblockable. So I think my opponent there was like, oh, let me just go ahead and block him, but I reminded him, hey, you can't actually block this guy. So I'm going to take out 2 of his cards. He does still have 2 blockers, so I won't be able to go for a game with the current Digimon on my field. But now with only 3 Digimon, and I've also got a blocker, he probably won't be able to game me. However, I do have to look out for Darkdramon, though. Darkdramon is a little bit scary because, if I give him 3 memory, he'll be able to just play that guy, and he'll have, 4 Digimon on field, and I'll just lose. But I'm just going to go ahead and be conservative with my memory. Just play the Gabumon, draw a card, get another body on field, and I'm like, look, he's probably just not going to be able to game me, unless I give him enough memory, of course, but I'm not going to do that. So he does actually have 8 cards in his hand now, so maybe Thomas would have been a better play, so then I could have just, unrested the MirageGaogamon. This does not have to worry about the blocking, but in the case that he does get rid of that, I just wanted enough Digimon on field to be able to push for game. So he's just going to Digivolve that Commandramon there. And my opponent is just going to hit me with the GG and flip his hand. So that is going to be game, guys. Let me know if you guys did enjoy. If you did enjoy, go ahead, hit that like button. Subscribe for more Digimon content. But thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.